Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of WWE Grading. Saturday night's main event is on the chopping block today, and what an eventful weekend. I will be placing each match on the card in tiers, from F tier being horrible to S tier being amazing. So without further ado, let's jump straight over to the first match on the card, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. I was a bit shocked to see this match first on the card. We're under a unique stipulation here as well, with the champion's advantage being stripped from Rhodes, meaning in case of a disqualification or countout, the challenger can still win if in their favor. And they did play to the stipulation as well, with some very close calls regarding countouts. We would get some play with the championship belt as well, with a few close calls on a disqualification. Cody would retain here, landing a DDT, putting Drew's head on the gold while the ref was knocked out, and capping off the sequence with a crossroads. This match had big spots and a more methodical pace than I typically expect in a Cody match, but overall I think this is going to get a B grading, more than serviceable. I think Cody should still hold the belt for a long time to establish his strength at the top, so results-wise I'm satisfied, but as for performance, strong, but clearly tame for both Rhodes and McIntyre. I was much more impressed with their previous bout at WrestlePalooza, which I believe that match was overlooked. So a B grade it is. Now this match truly surprised me. We have a run back of Stratton and Cargill, but this meeting is under different circumstances. Tiffy has a leg injury going into this one, and she's been faced with a freshly dawned heel, Jade Cargill, who is the one who dealt that injury to begin with. Now, while we have seen this match before, this rendition would go in a very different direction. Cargill looked more than dominant than ever, and she would squash the champion. Yes, in Brock Lesnar fashion, Jade would toss Tiffany around like a rag doll, suplexes on suplexes, followed with power bombs on power bombs. And to finish the match, Cargill would land the Jaded, securing the 3 count. And just like that, we are crowned with a new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill, ending Stratton's 300-day-plus reign. Overall, this gets a C grading for me. Squash matches usually aren't my favorite, and I believe the application here of it was fitting. We have a fully established Cargill as the big threat in the division she's now at the top of. Jade also looks the part. The squash, it was a huge statement, but a polarizing way to end Stratton's reign, but I'm here for it. Next, we're given a 3-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic has been retaining against Rusev and Penta by way of trickery and deception. So going into this match, I was pretty excited, and we are yet again given a fun and decisive match, or divisive I should say. Majority of this match, we see Penta and Rusev trading big offensive moves and giving personal highlight reels, while Dominic is bringing the shenanigans. We see tomfoolery with steel chairs and the bell hammer yet again. And first, it looked like Dom would not be getting away with his axe, but when Rusev has the accolade locked in and Dom falsely rings the bell, we start to see things go his way. In the final sequence, we see Penta strike Rusev with the bell hammer, which was meant for Dom. Penta would then be tossed into the turnbuckle pole while Dom climbs the ropes, lands a huge frog splash, getting the 3 count to retain. Dom is still our Intercontinental Champion, finding a way to make it work once again. But I must say, this match did not move the needle for me. While it was fun, we've been seeing these 3 in a vortex for quite some time now. So I'm going to give this match a C, and here's why. I feel like we've been seeing the same match on TV for every week for about the last month and a half. And besides the ending being different, we didn't do much here. All 3 of these superstars are so amazing. from here on, I hope we see them do different things in different programs, because while this match, it was fun, it didn't do enough to separate itself from the matches we get on Monday Night Raw, in my personal opinion. And finally, we have a vacant world title and two number one contenders to earn their way to the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, Jey Uso, one-on-one, and going into this match, I did have mixed expectations. At first, I believed this match would be lackluster, but I'm very happy to have been wrong. Though a slow start, this match would pick up the pace significantly, with both men getting turns, taking control of the pace. Jey Uso looks the strongest he's ever been, kicked out of a clean GTS, and keep in mind, that was the second GTS of the night. The first one he fell out of the ring. So the influence of the original Tribal Chief, it certainly rubbed off on him. There's a point late in the match where they exchange each other's finishing moves, but after a third GTS, we end up going to the mat, both men executing their signature submission holds. But with Punk landing 2 more go-to-sleeps, you knew he'd be taking the gold right there. A huge back and forth battle to conclude Saturday night's main event. Punk once again becoming World Heavyweight Champion. Everything about this match worked, and it worked well. The crowd was extremely loud for both men, didn't know who to root for at times, and both Punk and Uso would put on a strong performance. At first, I think I was leaning towards a B, but I think I'm going to give this an A. It is really exciting seeing Punk hold the big gold belt again. It feels deserved. And with Jey losing, I could see him going full tilt as a heel. Most importantly, Braun Breaker now has a baby face to put down when the time is ready. I can already see it at Mania, Punk versus Breaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Either way, this is neither here nor there. Right now, we're talking about Saturday night's main event, which, the event as a whole, I'm going to give it a B tier. That is right. This was far and away the best Saturday night's main event of the year. We got clear, decisive title changes, big moments, and a very strong main event. Now, I don't know the consensus of this event online. I've been out all weekend, so feel free to share your thoughts on this live event in the comment section down below. Now, did this meet expectations? Did this surprise you? Are you happy with the results? Did the matches impress you? Let me hear all of it. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I have a ton of content planned for the channel this week, as well as regularly scheduled podcast episodes. I cover Monday Night Raw and NWA Power. If any of that piques your interest, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. I wish you all a wonderfully blessed day. Bye-bye.